Hey, morning there, everybody. Londo G. Oh, man, where do I begin with this whole debacle? Like a brother like Michael B. Jordan and his options as his options as a man of color. Let me start off by saying this was, I think, a publicized so-called relationship. I don't think it was a relationship that was built on anything very meritable or based on anything that is of great substance. This was a monthly, or I'd say 2.5 to 3 months, 6 months, maybe almost. I don't think they were even together that long, like a 6-month run. Because Michael wanted to basically cater to the BAW and her constant infatuation with a male celebrity such as Mr. B Jordan. Now, rumor has it that he was trying to put a ring on it, and I'm glad that this happened, because this is nothing you marry. A silly chick like Laurie Harvey, you don't marry. You have fun with. It's cool to have fun with, but not marry. And I'm not even advocating, pump and dump or whatever. But like I said, if you're in a situation like this and you are a man of means, this is just what you would call for fun. And we know Laurie Harvey's track record is not really great. She's been with some of the most trifling other celebrity dudes. And so the reason why I say this is because Laurie Harvey is not a bad looking woman of color. She's not, by no means. That's not to say anything about her race. It's about her mentality and how this is a continuation. And even if a BAW is very attractive, the issues, this is what we're talking about when we are men of color and in the Afro-American male sector, about these same melanated women that share our same skin tone. We're talking about the mental instability, the mental madness in the mind of a BAW. Okay? She has been socially engineered by the matriarch of other BAWs to secure the bag. That's what they like. That's what they want. They want the bag. They don't want any type of marriage sustainable. Okay? Okay, so I'm just putting it out here that Michael B. Jordan, my advice to you from another man who doesn't have the means that you have, but I'm working on it. My advice is to you, man, keep doing what you're doing. You need to do SYSBM. You need to save yourself and continue to date out, because it's not fruitful for men. Like I said, this is a perfect prime example of why we cannot stay with our own. It's funny, last week I was in the car with a Punjabi, and he was telling me, oh, you're only successful if you stay within your own community. No, I beg to differ, you're not. You're not always successful with staying within your own community. Okay, that means your own race. Okay, I knew what he was saying. Okay. The thing is, we as Afro-American black men know what we're up against when we are with this fellow women of our skin ilk. We know what to expect. We know there is not going to be a sustainability in a relationship with a BAW. There's just not. Okay, we recognize that. And we recognize this from a mental mind state. Now, Lonnie Love can say all she wants to about how black men are this, men of color are this and that. And I get it. There are some bad so-called fellow brothers who are not brothers, but men that share our same skin ilk, like us good brothers who are getting not so good out here. So it's all going around, but at the same matter of fact, you cannot lump every man of color into one basket. Lonnie Love does not understand that every fellow male of color is different than the other. And while she's talking all this madness like that, the real good men are suffering out here. The real good men who don't have of a net worth like Mr. B Jordan. Okay, Mr. B Jordan, we're all trying to aspire in some ways to get our money right and be on a level like Mr. Jordan, so our options can be a little bit better. Because when you're the regular, everyday, average brother, well, I could say their regular, everyday, average brother might be getting it more than most. But at the same time, we're not getting it like that, like Mr. B Jordan. See, Mr. B Jordan has to understand, and I think he understands this, and I'm not going to go too far into it. He knows his worth. And he got caught up in the simp moment, which he did. He forgot who he was. He forgot he's Michael B. Jordan, the celebrity, and a pretty good actor in his craft. But he forgot the fact that you cannot wife up a BAW who's been around the block 500 more times and more, okay? And her track record, as we know, she dated Diddy's son, dated that soccer player guy, been in a relationship with your boy, Future, who's got 7 kids or 8 or 9 kids from several different baby mamas, okay? And with a track record such as this, you would think in the back of Michael B. Jordan's mind, what am I doing, you know, being with this woman? What am I really doing? And so Michael B. Jordan did not check himself because, again, like I said, he saw a nice piece of BAW tail that he Laurie Harvey got it going on. I know she does. She does. But like I said, with females like her, you have to have fun with. You cannot wife up, marry up. She's not the wifed up, married material. Now, I'm not even advocating marriage because I'm at a loss for marriage right now. Okay, I don't want to get much into it. I have another video that explains why I'm not so much down with the marriage these days in the 2020s. I'm looking for a serious relationship, but I like it on a girlfriend and boyfriend level where I can still be able to do my thing, she still be able to do her thing. You know what I'm saying? That's another topic, another story. But in the case of Michael B. Jordan, Michael B. Jordan had a simp moment. He wanted to get with a female that had been around the block way too many times, way more times than the average everyday, probably BAW. That's neither here nor there. And I don't know those statistics, so I won't get into that. But the fact that Miss Harvey has been around the block more than 500 to 1,000 times with various dudes already in the fellow industry. And what has Laurie Harvey done, really? She's almost like a BAW version of the Kardashians. Just pretty much been propped up. She's got a famous stepdad, a trifling mother who his past is very questionable. I won't get into that. So it's really horrendous to me that she has so much popularity, and I'm talking about her, but because maybe she is what you call the poster child for young BAWs to aspire by. Maybe that's what's going on here. I don't think that this BAW celebrity female is something to aspire by. They're putting the wrong female for you to aspire by, those who are of women of color. Okay, so your young, they're getting your young BAW, young BGL, young black girls to look at Laurie Harvey as somebody to aspire by. They're propping her up like, again, like I said, like she's the next Kim Kardashian in BAW version. Okay, they're getting a lot of these silly BAW celebrities like Meg Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, a lot of these chicks who are on this level, and this is why society is going down, because you have these young millennial, Generation YZ millennials that these younger Gen Y, Z millennials are looking up to, as I want to aspire to be that. You aspire to be the side piece, to be the other side piece to the other side piece, which is not a wife to a dude. So, you know, and like I said, the rumor has it, Michael B. Jordan was trying to put a ring on it. Dude, you're done. Like I said, you never put a ring on a thought. And that's what Laurie Harvey is. She's a thought. She's the industry BAW thought. And why would you want to do that? But see, like I said, again, Michael B. Jordan had his simp moment. He's not practicing SYSBM. He's not practicing divestment of going your own way. Don't worry about what these silly BAW so-called fans say. You can date who you want to date, and BAWs out here who are hating on Michael B. Jordan, what is it to you? He is a man of means. He is a man of means that has choices. He can do whatever he wants to do, and I'm not hating on the brother. I wish the brother much success. Okay? But the fact that he did this turn the way he did it, because again, we all have this as BMA men, as Afro-Indigenous men. We look to please our mothers. We look to please our aunties and all this to say, look at me, I'm keeping it real, being with a fellow BAW. No. Go your own way. Date the woman, get with the woman that respects you, loves you, and supports you if you're gonna go that route. And like I said, take your time to know a woman first before you jump into any kind of relationship. This is coming from a person who has not really been in a relationship, but I know what not to do. And I've seen situations in relationships go kaput or blow up and chaos ensues, especially when you got kids involved. I don't even want to get on the Nick Cannon situation. This is not what this is about. Michael B. Jordan, again, I will say this. I have much respect for you. Man, in the game, you are a brother that's really doing it. I give you your props. But do not fall for this. You cannot wife up a woman who has been around the block so many times. Then again, she's younger too. What do we always say as these elder Afro-American men of color? Oh, now we're practicing what the Caucasian white male does. Oh, we want to be polygamous. Oh, we want to be with younger women because they can bear us children. No. Laurie Harvey is a young woman. She's barely past her prime, and she's already used goods. Why are we promoting this? A lot of these young women are now like Laurie Harvey. They've been around the block. You can't tell them anything. What are you doing? And I know who's really putting out that information, and it's wrong information. We should not be going based off of age. I don't give a care what sex market value. If a woman is truly being your helpmeet, that's the woman you need to be with. Okay? And we need to do better. Just because a woman looks good don't mean that she's the right one. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of factors to this, and like I said, I'm going too long on this video. Michael B. Jordan, you had a simp moment. You corrected it. Now, Michael, what you have to do is think about this situation, reflect on it, move on, and get with a woman that values you. Okay? Check the mental mind state of these females. Like I said, Laurie Harvey is used goods. You got silly Steve Harvey out here trying to join up with her mother because he's married to her mother, trying to, and doing all this step and fetch it stuff on it. But he's not being a real man saying, hey, look, Michael B. Jordan made the right choice. I'm proud of him. It just didn't work out with my daughter. Let my daughter be. And Steve Harvey got to admit that his daughter's been around the block way too much. But he ain't going to admit that because, like I said, he simps off to her mother, Marjorie. That's bad. Like I said, take this as a testament, brothers. Michael B. Jordan did what he did. He did it he did it very simply, but he has a chance. He has a chance. He's only 34, barely 35. He still has a chance. I'm 39. I'm soon to be 40 this year. I got a chance. But I'm playing it smart because I know what not to do by looking at other people's situations. All right, it's Rolando G, keeping it real as always. Till next time, till next video, I'm out. Stay safe. And brothers, we doing it. We elevating ourselves. Let's keep doing that. All right, peace.